Trainers, Ali and Kasem here, and this week is all about mobility in the hips. You can use these stretches for injury prevention or overall performance. Come on, let's go. First exercise for our hip mobility is going to be an external rotation using distraction. So we've already set up our slastics. We have them doubled up for Kasem because I know he likes that tighter pull. Go ahead and step in, and Kasem, go ahead and put that up into your hip crease. Good, and then step into your training zone. So have your client set up in that plank position, and then make sure that their hips are nice and square. Now, using the leg that's being distracted, he's gonna use a slight external rotation. Good, and lean nice and into it. Okay, so the idea of this is to be able to open up this capsule, watch to make sure your client's hips are nice and straight, and then Kasem, go ahead and add movement, so just go ahead and lean down and in. Kasem does have hips that have been used through flexibility, so you can tell that he has much more flexion in that quad and through that hip capsule. So you might have a client that might be a little bit higher up. This exercise is great to help with restoring that movement to the hip capsule and or flexion if you're going to do any type of a squat movement. Hold that position for maybe 2 minutes. I like to have my clients hold it for up to 2 minutes and then rest. Our next movement is a full external hip rotation. We're going to do it on the ErgoPlyo box. I like to use this with a client who has a hard time getting up and down. Now Kasem, go ahead and step up to the box. He actually likes to perform this move on the ground, but he's going to use this to demonstrate. So square off that foot, keep those hips nice and close, and bring that knee or that leg all the way up to the box. Now Kasem has great hip mobility. When you have a client who maybe is super tight to the hip, you're going to see more of this motion, or even worse, or having a hard time getting up onto the box. So just be aware of that. Just make sure that there's no pain or hurt to that joint. So what we're going to do is Kasem's going to load that hip and sink down and in, facing, just square on, feeling that motion or that pull through the back part of that hip. And then what I want you to do is focusing, holding each move at 30 seconds, and then go ahead and hit all 3 parts, leading with your chest, coming up over the knee, and then the other side. After holding each move for 30 seconds, you might want your client to rest for a moment. So go ahead, have them come up, rest for a moment, and then resume if you need to on that leg to watch that knee come down. And then make sure you perform that same move on the other side. Good job. Now Kasem is going to perform a hip external rotation in an extended lunge position. So have your client go ahead and take a nice long step into the extended lunge. Go ahead and drop down and in. So what you want to watch for is making sure that this knee isn't overextending over the toe, just right above that ankle position. Square hips, and Kasem's just going to get that nice long stretch to that hip flexor and through the hamstring as well. And then what you want to do is go ahead and externally rotate that leg, pressing it out, good, opening up, and then coming back. If they feel any type of a tight position, go ahead and make sure that they hold that position for a little bit before resuming back to that. Good work. And those were your mobility movements for this week. Like, share, subscribe, and comment below, and we will see you next week.